Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for season 3 episode 25 of our Formula 1 23 my team career mode, and we are at the Hungaroring for the first time in this my team series. We haven't been here in season 1 or season 2, so I'm looking forward to it. Although it's not the most entertaining track for overtaking, this is a very technical track to drive. Very good, or very entertaining in the time trial, so qualifying should be good as we are in Q1 here, coming off a pretty good race in France. If you guys have not seen that, hit the link up top, go watch that before you watch this one. It was pretty entertaining. We took P2 after almost chasing down Max Verstappen for the win. If we had a few extra laps, I think we would have been able to do it. He also did get lucky with a virtual safety car that bought him an extra 2 seconds of time because he was right outside the pit lane when that VSC went out. So we lost out, but it's been a pretty good season so far for us. We're leading the Drivers' Championship. However, things are kind of starting to take a downwards turn, or downwards trajectory for us as our team back at the factory. We've been trying to get these upgrades in as quick as possible, but for some reason we're on a decline. So coming into this race, I think we have 1 or 2 upgrades, but we're still the 5th or 4th fastest car. There's still a few cars ahead of us, so the other drivers will have a pretty good shot here of taking pole position and possibly going for a race win. I think we have about a 30 to 20 point gap in the Drivers' Championship to whoever is in P2, so we got a little bit of a cushion for now, but as we reach the halfway point of the season, it's going to be interesting to see how the other cars do, as they have better cars than us in terms of R&D. In the constructors as well, we are leading, but I am completely carrying this constructors championship on my back right now because Yuki Tsunoda hasn't had the greatest first half of a season in his second season with the team, so hopefully he can really pick it up here and try to go for a win, go for a podium. I did say in a few of the other videos that if he couldn't get a podium by the halfway point of the season, we would most likely start looking for a new teammate, which sucks because we're gonna have to blow about 20 to 30 million dollars to sign one of the top guys if we can even convince them to come to the team. So I'm hoping Yuki Tsunoda can pick it up here. He does start off pretty well. He does make it into Q2. He actually outqualifies us in Q1, but we're never really trying in Q1, to be honest. We got the fuel load set up pretty high, and you know, as long as we have a half decent car, I always get out of Q1, and then Q2 and Q3 is when we really start to pick it up here. As we finish our flyer, we are in P3 with a purple sector 3 with that. And we are going to finish at P10 by the end of it. Yuki Tsunoda out-qualifies us once again, and we just squeeze in to Q3 by 1/1000th of a second to Pierre Gasly. So qualifying not looking great for either of us right now. We do start off well, but track's more rubbered in and stuff by the time the second lap comes around. And then into Q3 here, we actually start getting a little bit of rain. So I noticed that right off the start, and I got out as quickly as possible. But somehow some of the other drivers have managed to beat me out. The 2 Red Bulls are out there. McLaren, I believe that is Yuki Tsunoda in front of the McLaren, and one of the Ferraris are out as well. So the drizzle is coming down, but there's still enough grip on the track to justify staying on the slicks. We lose it a little bit out of turn 1, not too much to really impede on our time. George Russell putting up the fastest lap with a 1:16.8. Maybe no one's gonna beat that because it's gonna keep raining, so I'm not sure if other drivers will be able to beat that. We will see though, as Carlos Sainz goes second fastest, Alex Albon in the Aston Martin going third fastest, but the Red Bulls are going around the final corner right now. Yuki Tsunoda and one of the McLarens are also just about to finish sector 3, so we'll see here as the 2 Red Bulls cross. They don't go faster. Verstappen in P5, not sure where Sergio Perez is, or sorry, Lando Norris. He's in the Red Bull now. But we are flying through this sector, 2 green sectors, no purple sectors for now. As we go through sector 3, Yuki Tsunoda, there we go, with the fastest lap of the section with a 1:16.8. 0.6. I'm not sure we're going to be able to beat that here, as we got 2 green sectors. So hopefully this puts Yuki Tsunoda in a good spot. Charles Leclerc beats Yuki Tsunoda by a few thousandths of a second. So that's going to keep him on the front row, but not on pole position. We cross the line in P5, sandwiched between Sainz and Norris, and that was our first lap. The second lap, it's really raining now, so no one is going to go out for a second flyer, which means that we are going to be starting in P5, in between Carlos Sainz and I forgot who the other driver was already, but it is going to be a P5. It's Lando Norris. In P4, Yuki Tsunoda loses out to pole position by 5 1,000ths of a second. Hopefully he can get a good start and overtake Charles Leclerc and try and go for a win here. Hopefully he doesn't blow it like he did in Baku. But let's get into this race. Let's see what we could do here at the Hungaroring. Alright, it is time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We're starting here in P5 behind the Red Bull of Lando Norris. We all qualify Verstappen by quite some margin. I think he's down near P10, I believe. And I'm not sure what's going to happen in this race. I think it's going to be an entertaining one. It's cloudy, so we might have some rain. It said there's about a 20% chance. The forecast says it's not going to rain, but 20%, we might see a drizzle here and there. So that might cause a big strategy shakeup for all the teams. The great news is that Yuki Tsunoda is starting up in P2. So like I said, this was his deadline to get a podium. So if he can get one here, if he can keep his position for the duration of this race, then I think we're going to keep him. And you know, if he misses out if he misses out on the podium by finishing like P4, P5, then that's a tough decision, because I have to cut him some slack. People back in the factory have been a little bit slow on the upgrade, so we got the 6th fastest car. The fact that me and Yuki Tsunoda are both in the top 5 with the car we have shows that we do have a pretty good driver lineup. Now, Yuki Tsunoda has had some bad performances, relatively speaking, in these first 5 races of the season, but hopefully he can recover here. He's starting off in a great spot. He only missed out on pole by 4 1,000ths of a second, so very close qualifying for both of us. I almost missed out on Q3. I beat out Pierre Gasly by 1 1,000th of a second, but let's get on the grid here. Let's see what we could do in Hungary. Almost missed that. All right, here we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. What can we do here? We got 5 red lights, and this race is underway. We're going to get a good start off the line here. Oh, we actually might go for a move on Russell. Yuki Tsunoda's getting the slipstream on Charles Leclerc. Everyone is guarding the inside here, so we're going to see maybe we can sneak around the outside, and we lock up massively, but we're going to swoop around the outside. We're going to overtake 2 spots, and we now got a double podium for Cyborg Racing. Good move by us. Everyone was so concerned about the person behind them going down the inside that it just left the outside wide open, and we just took that gap, and we are now up into P3. So I could help Yuki here as well, try and play some defense to avoid him getting overtaken as well, or I could be a little more selfish and go for the move. We just locked up there massively. George Russell now is going to have a run on us down into the chicane. We're going to give him a little bit of space, but we squeezed through, and Yuki Tsunoda is going to get a big gap from that. All right, so George Russell is right on our rear. We're going to go to the inside here, try and play some defense. He's going to go around the outside. I think he almost clipped him by accident, but he's going to get a run on the outside. He's going to be right behind us. He's got DRS, and we're holding up the rest of the pack. We're letting Yuki Tsunoda get out in front, try and catch Leclerc. He is right behind him, just a few tenths of a second. We are holding off George Russell for our lives. Now, I will admit, I am trying to catch them up front, but it seems like I can't, so we might as well just use this opportunity to try and protect Yuki Tsunoda, get his confidence up, and possibly let him go for the win here. We're going to play the team game today, because I don't think we're going to win, bearing there's any sort of incident or something along those lines. I don't think we have the pace today, so we're just going to play defense. We're going to pull a Fernando Alonso, let him chase down Charles Leclerc, try and go for that win. All right, so Russell trying once again to pass us here. Yeah, we're 3.9 seconds to Yuki Tsunoda, so not looking good for us in terms of getting a win, but it would be solid points for us in the constructors if we can hold this. George Russell might have something else to say about that though, as he is going to have DRS here. He's 0.3 of a second back. We're keeping our eye on him. We're going to try and break the toe. Oh, he's going for the move around the outside once again. And we're going to go late on the brakes. Close the door to the outside and keep him behind. Look at that. We are holding up the pack. It reminds me of what we were doing in the driver career mode, where we were just parking the bus. I have done this before in the My Team career mode, but here we got Yuki Tsunoda trying to go for the win. Oh wait, he passes Leclerc. Yuki Tsunoda passes Leclerc for the lead. So Yuki Tsunoda could be going for a win here. Come on, man. After that screw up in Baku, he really needs this. If we want to keep our constructors' hopes alive with Yuki Tsunoda. Alright, so Charles Leclerc's diving into the pits here. We were closing in on him. He decided to start on the soft tires, and that has costed him the lead. And Yuki Tsunoda has got a 6-second gap to the front. So I'm not sure where that is going to put Charles Leclerc, but we have been able to keep a somewhat steady gap to Lando behind us, and he hasn't managed to fully close in. He's 0.5 back right now, but Yuki Tsunoda is looking good for the win, as long as he doesn't repeat what he did in Baku. So we are going to box this lap here. Yuki Tsunoda, oh, Lando, never mind, hold on, give me 1 second here. Lando was trying to go for a move around, or down the inside, but he's not able to get it. But as I was saying, we cut into Yuki Tsunoda's lead by just a little bit. But we're going to box here, and I'm a little scared that the drivers behind me are quicker, but because this track is so hard to overtake on, that they might go for an overcut, and then we're going to be screwed for sure. So George Russell is going to join us in the pit. Lando is going to stay out, so we're going to keep our eye on him. Hopefully, we're actually quicker than him. He hasn't gotten too close besides that one attempt there. Number 6, come on, guys. Nice, okay, perfect. And I think our gearbox is yellow. 2.2 seconds. Let's go. Alright, so we are coming out behind Carlos Sainz, it looks like. Oh my god, we almost hit him. And no DRS, unfortunately. Oh my god, no! No! I think... Oh, red... No! Oh my god! No! Oh my god, no! Okay, so there's a red flag, and we just got out of the pits. And oh my god, looking back at the replay of what caused the red flag here, we got Yuki Tsunoda in the lead by a gap of 6 seconds. Going down into turn 2, he spins it. We just got out of the pits, man. Come on. Okay, so everyone's gonna get a free pit stop, and we're now starting in P10. Oh, that is awful. So we're gonna have to work our way back up. We got a fresh set of mediums ready to go, so we're gonna use that, obviously. Oh, at least that kind of protects Yuki. Hopefully he doesn't get overtaken. Oh god, what am I doing right now? Revert. Okay. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't get overtaken by whoever's starting behind him. I think it's gonna be Lando, because Lando decided to stay out. If we stayed at 1 lap, we would have been fine. It would have been a free pit stop, and then we probably could have gotten the move done on Yuki Tsunoda, but oh, that freaking sucks. Okay, let's get back into this race. Let's see. All right, so we're here for the reset. Down in P10, we got 5 red lights, and this race is underway. We're gonna go on the grass a little bit. Oh wait, Yuki Tsunoda's in P7. How is Yuki Tsunoda in P7? I don't think he was in the pits, and he starts in P7 somehow. How does that happen? So now we're down into P6. We overtake Yuki Tsunoda for P8. I'm not even going to blame him for that. That is ridiculous. How did he... I need to look back at the replay because I have no idea how on earth he managed to fall all the way down. He must have gone into the pits or something, because he was not in the pit lane. He didn't go for his pit stop. Oh, let's go. Let's go. We overtake the Astrid going into the chicane. And we're up into P5. Now we still have a chance to get on the podium here. Alonso's in front of us. I think every car in front of us is technically faster, but Like I've been saying, I believe it's the drivers that are going to make the difference at this point in the season, because it is a very tight gap in this R&D race. And I think we got 5 different constructors in the top 5 right now. So everyone trying to show who the best driver is, who has the best car. And Leclerc, with that early pit stop, puts himself back into P2 after he fell down the ranks a little bit from starting on the soft tires. Yuki Tsunoda starts or switch to the soft tires, so they're trying to go for an aggressive strategy to try and get back in this, but Yuki Tsunoda just falling down the order now, it seems. I don't see him. He's not in, he's at P8 or in P8 at most, but I don't see him in front of me, obviously, and I don't see him behind me at the moment. So everyone's gonna get DRS here. Alonso and Ocon are in front of us a little bit quicker right now, but they are on the soft tires, so I'm assuming that later on, as the laps progress, they are definitely going to get slower, and we should be back in a podium spot. We were holding P2 for the time being, but Leclerc has swooped in and taken that back, and I think he is also on the soft tire, so we might, if as long as we can keep up with these guys, we might have a chance here to get back into P2. I feel so bad for Yuki Tsunoda. I don't blame him for that at all. I still don't understand how he started in P7. I'm pretty sure he was in P1 when that red flag came out. So how does he start P7? I have no idea. Can we get a run on Alonso here? They tend to brake very early going into turn 1. So we're going to see. Maybe we can go for a late brake move and just swoop in. Get into P4. And we're going to have DRS. Beautiful overtake. Just an absolute dive bomb into that corner. And that's going to put us up into P4. I want to get an update status on Yuki. Hopefully he's able to fight his way through. He was having a really good race. So Ocon is up next. Let's see if we can get a run on him here. Do the same thing that we did to Alonso. Oh, wait, no. Ocon is going to go for the move on Leclerc. Maybe that'll allow us to go around the outside. Ocon's going to squeeze through. He's going to get past Leclerc. That leaves him vulnerable to me. And we are now wheel to wheel going down into turn 2. And we're going to get past Leclerc as well. But he's going to have that inside lane. And we're on the dirty line here. We're going wheel to wheel through turns 3 and 4. Or turns 2 and 3. And we get past Leclerc. We're back on the podium. Ocon is able to squeeze through, get past Leclerc. And it's just not Leclerc's day today. They made a strategy error, I think, starting on the soft tires. But then he gets onto the right tire. And he's just not fast enough. All right, let's get Esteban Ocon here. We might have a chance to win this race. Lando's not looking too fast. I'm not sure if we're closing in on him, but he hasn't managed to get a major gap. However, we are going to have DRS here. We've got a yellow. Yellow flag is out. Nope, green flag. So can we get Ocon here? We're going to have DRS. No, Yuki! What? Yuki Tsunoda's out of the session. No! Oh, that is horrible for Yuki Tsunoda. DeVries is out of the session as well. Poor Yuki, man. That, I don't know. I have to look at the replay. There's Tsunoda. Okay, I don't think that was a driver error. I was going to say, if it was a driver error, that we might have to be looking at a new driver. That didn't make any sense, but we're going for the overtake on Ocon. But I don't think that was a driver error by Yuki Tsunoda. And we're going to get DRS here. We're going to get the move done on Ocon. I'm juggling like 2 topics at once here. Please forgive me for this horrible commentary at the moment. We're trying our best. But back to Yuki Tsunoda. I don't think that was his fault. I have to see how he started in P7 after the red flag reset. Because I'm pretty sure he was in P1. And then now he's out of the race. So no points for Yuki again. I don't blame that on him. We're going to blame that at the guys on the factory, most likely. But now we are chasing down Lando Norris for the win. He's 2.8 seconds ahead at the moment. He's on the hard tires, so we need to make a move soon. Because at the last few laps of this race, his tires are going to be a lot cleaner. Or a lot fresher. Alright, so we're heading out to the last lap here. And I don't know if I made a mistake, but we went out, or we started on the medium tire. And then when the red flag came out, we swapped onto a fresh set of medium tires. And I don't know if that violates the rule where you have to start on 2 compounds, but Mark hasn't said anything. So I don't know if that's just a rule I didn't know. Like, if the red flag comes out, then that rule doesn't matter anymore. or if that's a glitch in the game, or if I'm just going to get disqualified at the end here for not using 2 tire compounds and Mark has no idea. We're going to find out here. But regarding the race, we have not managed to catch up to Lando, partially because I can't seem to get enough clean laps in to really close the gap, especially these 2 turns right here. It's usually where Lando keeps the gap from decreasing even more. But given the weekend or the race that we had here, I think it's the best we could do. It's going to suck for the constructors because Yuki's not going to get any points now. After starting in P1, or not P1, starting P2, taking the lead, holding that lead with a 6-second gap, and then the red flag comes out, starts in P7 after that somehow, which I'm going to find out how that happened, and then he DNFs. But we're going to cross the line in P2. It doesn't seem like we're going to get disqualified, I hope. If we get disqualified, I'm going to be very upset. But Lando Norris is going to take what I believe is his first win of the season. I don't think he's won yet in that Red Bull, but he takes it here at the Hungaroring. And we are not going to get disqualified, so don't know if that's a rule. Let me know in the comments if that is a rule where it doesn't matter, because we started on the medium, red flag, and then went on a fresh pair of mediums. We did not switch tire compounds. And I guess we use that to our advantage. And now that I think of it, I think that's why a lot of drivers went from or started on the soft tires after the red flag, because maybe they thought they had to switch tire compounds, or maybe that's just a rule that somehow was missed by Codemasters, and we use it to our advantage here, I guess. Yuki Tsunoda spins it to lose the lead, and I think that's what caused the red flag somehow, because he's just right in the line of fire basically. And he can't get out of the way. He's waiting for cars to pass so he can get onto the track safely, but that's what causes the red flag. He drops down into P7, and because he stopped for so long, I think that's what caused the red flag. Oh, Yuki, man. I think that's it. We can't have that. That's literally the second time this season that Yuki Tsunoda has choked the win. He was going to win that race if he could just keep all 4 wheels on the track and in the right order. You know, front tires at the front, rear tires at the back. But no, he has to spin it. So looks like we're going to be looking for a new teammate. And the way I think of it too is that instead of using the money that we have in the bank to, you know, upgrade our facilities and all that, we now have to use it to sign a new teammate. Because Yuki Tsunoda clearly cannot handle the pressure of being in P1. There's no one in front of him. Really, there was no one behind him there. He's a 6-second gap, and he choked it. We also lose out on that sponsorship money because we have to hold a P1 for 10 laps, and Yuki Tsunoda was not able to do that for us today, so we lose out on that. I don't know what we're gonna do. We got that 29 million saved up, and it looks like it's gonna be going towards a brand new driver because I can't handle that anymore. That's major constructors points that we lost out on. And how are we doing in the constructors championship? Okay, we're still in P1. We got a 30-point gap, so look at that. I'm literally carrying this team on my back. We should be destroying the other teams right now, but Yuki Tsunoda only has 19 points, and he's in P11 in the constructors. Yeah, we can't have that anymore. Oh, okay. Well, he has 127 days left on his contract until Tuesday, November the 28th, and I don't know how long that is. We're in August right now, so I think he's gonna be with us for probably the remainder of the season, so I don't even know if we're gonna have a chance to sign a new teammate here. Oh, this is horrible. For the time being, we got 2,300 R&D points stocked up. We got 3 upgrades coming in for the next race. We got 2 minor powertrain upgrades, and then that ultimate weight redistribution upgrade, which will really shoot us up the charts here. We should be, it looks like in P3, I think. But we're going to get more upgrades anyways, and I think we should probably go for another powertrain upgrade, because that is where we are slacking the most. Now, I think we're probably going to go for this fuel efficiency upgrade. This will allow us to drop the fuel load a bit in the races, give us quicker lap times, and it won't be ready for us before the Netherlands Grand Prix, unless we rush it, which we could do, but that's a 44% chance of failure. And we know what happened last year when we decided to rush all the upgrades. We almost lost out on the championship because of it. So let me see if there's any other upgrades that we can get. We got another rear floor under tray upgrade that's going to help with weight reduction, and we got the front wing main flap that is going to help with downforce, of course, on the front end. And then there's some durability upgrades we can get, but I think we are good for the durability upgrades for now. So okay, let's go for the fuel efficiency upgrade. We're not going to rush it. We learned from our mistakes last time. Unfortunately, it won't be ready for us until after the Netherlands Grand Prix, but we do have a bunch of upgrades that should help enough going into that one. And then we got 960 R&D points, but that's not enough for anything. So let's sim through here. Maybe we'll be able to re-sign a new teammate. Depends how long this break is. Well, it looks like we got 2 failed upgrades. Nice. We got 2 failed upgrades. So now we got to use our money here to restore those, and they'll still be ready for us before the Grand Prix, but now we're not going to be able to upgrade anything else. We do have our weekly resource points coming in, but it's not too much. It's only going to be 400. So 525, that's not going to be enough to upgrade anything. And then we're going to get another 120 from that team activity. So let's start the season break here. Do we get to re-sign a new teammate? No, we are stuck with Yuki Tsunoda. Oh god, that is not good. I don't like that. I really want to get rid of him now. However, guys, that is gonna be it for this one. I also went ahead and replaced a few of the engine components because they were really worn out, but you guys don't have to see that. Didn't want to waste too much time on this video. But if you guys have watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you guys thought. Very unfortunate race for the team in general. We did manage to save the day and save a podium, get P2. We couldn't get the win. Yuki Tsunoda, we all know what happened to him. But yeah, let me know in the comments. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great night, everyone.